Hello, you lovely lot. It's just a quick video today, but I was contacted by someone who was asking me about Etsy offsite ads, so I thought I would do a quick video. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about Etsy offsite ads, then let's go. Okay, so offsite ads, what are they? Basically, they are offsite ads that are run by Etsy off of the Etsy site. Kind of what it says on the tin. So you don't have to pay per click. If someone clicks on your ads and stuff, Etsy deal with all of that. You only pay a fee when someone buys a product from your shop. So on the face of it, it sounds pretty good. However, obviously Etsy does take a cut, and that cut will depend on how much revenue you have made with Etsy within the last 12-month period. So if you've made $10,000 or more, then it will take 12% of the sale price. And if your revenue is $10,000 or less, it will be 15%. Okay, so these ads aren't new. They've been around for a while and they've been on Google, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and Bing. However, a few weeks ago, Etsy emailed everybody and said that they are going to be expanding and will now be showing these offsite ads on publishing sites like BuzzFeed, Martha Stewart, and Real Simple. I don't know if we have that in the UK, but it's going to be there. And interestingly, they also said that they would be advertising with social media influencers and bloggers. So again, this all sounds okay so far, you know, free advertising-ish. But Etsy, being Etsy, went about it like a bull in a china shop, and they upset a lot of people. If you've been on Etsy for a few years, you may have been reminded of the whole free shipping hoopla. In short, they've pulled out their cattle prods again. So here's the tea. Everyone, regardless of how much you've made, regardless of how long you've been on the platform for, has automatically been opted into this. As a seller, if you don't want to be included in this, it's your responsibility to opt out of it, if you can. And I'll get to that at the end of this video. Etsy has been fairly quiet about letting everybody know that they could opt out. Well, that's my opinion anyway. But anyway, there is a catch. Of course there is. You can only opt out if you have earned less than $10,000 in the last 12-month period. If you've earned more than $10,000 in the last 12-month period, then sorry to say the decision has been made for you and you're in. Now, another thing that's upset sellers is that you don't have a say as to which of your items are listed, how many are listed, or where they're listed. So if you have opinions on the ethics of certain platforms, for example, you have no choice. Also, these ads don't just cover the item that is advertised. So if a customer clicks through the ad and they go to your shop, they can buy multiple things from your shop, yay! And you pay the 12 or 15% fee to Etsy on each and every single item. Not so yay. And this one surprised me, that lasts for 30 days. So theoretically, someone could click through an ad, buy something from your shop, go away, come back, go away, come back, buying something each time. And every time that they bought something from your shop within that 30-day period, you would again have to pay the fee. Considering how big this fee is, it seems a little much. Oh, not to mention that that 12 or 15% fee is on top of the regular Etsy fees, which means that some sellers could see their fees coming to about 27 to 30% of the sale price easily. Now, Etsy has been pretty quiet about the details of this, which is another reason why it's got people's backs up. I mean, it's all there in the seller handbook, but you have to go and find it. They're not going out of their way to inform sellers. And I guess what really bugs me personally is that if these offsite ads were as good for sellers as Etsy claim, then why would we automatically have to be opted in? Why couldn't you announce this, explain to people how good it was, and watch us choose, emphasis on the word choose there, to opt in ourselves? And why would you have to tie in people who are over the $10,000 a year mark? It makes it feel like, and it has been described as, an Etsy tax, and it kind of feels like that. Now, while I fully appreciate that Etsy need to make money, and this is one way of doing it, again, I think I'm more angry about their delivery and about how they've decided to roll this out than the thing itself. And I guess I had really hoped that they had learnt their lesson from the free shipping fiasco. Evidently not. So that's what offsite ads are. How are they going to affect you? Well, the good news is if you're under that $10,000 a year mark, they won't. At least they won't if you opt out. And I am coming to that in a sec. However, if you're over that threshold, then your options are pretty slim. You can either swallow the cost and deal with it, increase your prices and deal with it, or you can sell elsewhere. Sucks, doesn't it? And this is why I constantly recommend to people that, yeah, it's great to start on Etsy, but do make sure that you build something elsewhere as well, a mailing list, a website. Just keep working towards it so that when you reach a point with Etsy where you can perhaps move some eggs into another basket, you can do so, because when it comes to business, you really shouldn't have all of your eggs in the Etsy basket. All right, so hopefully you've got a better idea now of what they are and whether or not they are right for you, and whether or not you want to opt out if you can. So let's just say that you can opt out and that you want to. How do you do that? Well, thankfully, that part at least is fairly straightforward. Simply go to your shop dashboard and then down to settings. From there, you'll see a link to the offsite ads page where you'll see a button that reads "Stop promoting my products." They'll prompt you to confirm, but once you've done that, hey presto, you've opted out. And be grateful, because there are many sellers who would like to but can't. Oh, one other thing I should mention about these ads, it just keeps coming. At the time of making this video, the official line was that once you hit the $10,000 a year mark, that was it, you're in. And it doesn't matter if your revenue then decreases and you fall below the $10,000 a year mark again. It seems to be that once you've hit that mandatory threshold, you're there and you stay there. Now, I wouldn't blame you if you took from this video that I am very against offsite ads, and I suppose I am a little bit, yeah. Although, to be honest, as I said, my main gripe with Etsy has been how they've handled this and how they've chosen to roll it out and how they've chosen to get the cattle prods out again. Unfortunately, that is something that you do have to sign up for when you deal with Etsy. That being said, I am a big advocate for trying things out and making up your own mind. So I would take my words and other sellers' words as a guide, but try it out yourself maybe. But if you're curious and you want to see if these ads could benefit you, and some people do benefit from them, I haven't met any yet, but I'm sure they're out there, by all means give them a whirl. You can always change the settings back later, providing you're under that $10,000 a year mark. Although that being said, I do have a few friends who are close to the $10,000 a year mark and are doing everything that they can to stay underneath it, because they've done the math and they know that it will hurt them in such a way that they would have to shut their Etsy shop. So there's that. Luckily, my shop has been closed for the past year and I've made nothing, so which reminds me, a few of you have asked me about my shop because I obviously talk about Etsy a lot and then have no link to a shop whatsoever, which on hindsight looks dodgy as hell. I've linked to it in the description below. There's nothing dodgy about it. I just closed it down when the pandemic hit, thinking that it would be a few weeks, maybe a couple of months max, and here we are over a year later. However, I'm working on getting it reopened, so although there's nothing to see there because it's closed, you are more than welcome to click on it and have a look at what was there. And I will do a video on that and the history behind it and all the rest of that another day. Okay, you lovely lot, that is it from me today. I need to keep it brief today because I am working on a little summer in the background, which is really exciting and I can't wait to share it with you, but it'll probably have to wait until next week. So I will see you then. Ta-ra. I don't know where the off button is. God, bye.